Hello, magandang araw po sa atin lahat. Isang paglilinaw lang po dun sa nakaraang hearing na kung saan sinabi ni Congressman Bishop Benny Abante na kailangan sure na sure daw tayo sa lahat ng ating sinasabi.
Honorable
Kaya ang hirap
Marcoleta.
noon kung, Chair, kung salita siya ng salita dito, kinakailangan maging sure tayo na hindi nabanggit.
At para sabihin ko, ako po ay sure sa lahat ng sinabi ko nung araw na yon, nung sinabi ko na hindi naka-attach ang mga actual SALNs sa impeachment complaint na inihain sa Committee on Justice.
First of all, let me state on record that the SALNs discussed were not attached in the original complaints. Hindi po sila kasama sa original complaint. And using the SALNs as a starting point without necessary predicate evidence supports the position that the investigation of the House of Representatives Committee on Justice is a fishing expedition. And if I may add, Madam Chair, on the SALN issue, the complaint asks this committee to obtain bank records, SALNs, coordinate with the AMLC, and forensic accounting. If so, it is an acknowledgement that the complaint is still seeking the very facts it needs to conclusively prove its SALN theory. Ma'am, malaki po kasi yung pinagkaiba ng isang complaint that already alleges ultimate facts supported by evidence, and a complaint that substantially requests this committee to authorize this committee to investigate, and perhaps we will later find the proof. Regarding the Ombudsman, the independence of the Ombudsman may be put to question before this body. The House of Representatives Committee on Justice summons the Ombudsman before the members of Congress and the public to present the statement of assets, liabilities, and net worth of the Vice President, while the Ombudsman has an ongoing investigation before his office. The Ombudsman is mandated to have the primary duty to conduct investigations over the misconduct of public officers.
For the guidance of the honorable members and in response to the manifestation of the Honorable Marcoleta, I will be reading the specific paragraph where matters concerning SALN was mentioned in the complaint. With regards to Sabale complaint, there are allegations in paragraph 107, 108, 109, and paragraphs 285 to 290. And for Cabrera complaint, may we refer the Honorable Marcoleta as well to paragraph 20.3, paragraph 76, paragraph 77, paragraph 232, paragraph 233, 234, 235, 236, 237, 238, 239, 240, 241, 242, and even from paragraphs 244 to 246. For the information of the Honorable Marcoleta,
Yes, ma'am.
mentioned
Binanggit po ang...
paragraphs contained allegations which are relevant to the SALNs of the respondent.
Yes, ma'am. It was mentioned, I think, very adequately, the word SALNs, but they were never attached to the original complaint. Parang this complaint is also just merely requesting the committee to produce evidence. Ibig sabihin, wala pang ebidensya, nakikiusap sa committee na ito para mag-produce ng ebidensya na wala, hindi nakakabit sa original complaint. Yun lang po ang sinasabi ko, ma'am.
Hindi po sapat na kailangan banggitin lang paulit-ulit ang salitang SALNs sa impeachment complaint. Kahit ilang libong beses banggitin yun, pero walang ebidensya, actual SALN na kaakibat ng complaint, bali wala pong sustansya ang complaint. Ang bawat aligasyon po na nakasaad sa isang complaint ay dapat suportado ng mga ebidensya. Kung wala pong kalakip na ebidensya o proof ng mga aligasyon, wala pong sustansya o bigat ang mga aligasyon na yan. Yun po ang sinasabi ko na ako po ay siguradong sigurado sa aking sinasabi. Si Congressman Abante kaya ay maliwanag ang kanyang pagkakaintindi ng aking sinasabi nung araw na yon. At isa pa po, mahirap po kasi yung complaint na sinabi nila na ito'y sufficient in form and substance pero wala naman palang kalakip na mga ebidensya. Mahirap yung complaint na ifa-file mo pa lang, complain now, and seek evidence later. Ito po ay nangangahulugang fishing expedition lamang. Kasi wala pang kaakibat na ebidensya. Nagreklamo ka lang, pero wala ka pang sapat na patotoo doon sa mga aligasyon na ginawa mo. Ang nangyari po kasi, yung complainant, nag-file ng complaint, in-endorse ng House members, pero nakikiusap pa lamang sa committee na ito para magsabpina ng mga ahensya para mag-produce ng mga ebidensya. Parang baligtad po. Ang tamang proseso po, pag ikaw maghahain ng reklamo o ng complaint, dapat dun pa lang meron na pong naka-attach na mga ebidensya. Nangyayari po, imbis na investigasyon na nangyayari, exploration. Sige, patawag nyo lahat yan para meron tayong mahanap na ebidensya na ilalakip natin at patitibayin natin ngayon pa lang ang mga complaints na ito. Maling-mali po ang ganung proseso o procedure.
That's why,
Concerns Vice
Madam Chair, I
President.
just need confirmation whether that
Yes.
presentation
Issues concerning
yields
this
to the
declaration.
yields in support to the complainants. First of all, Madam Chair, wala yung complainant dito eh.
I understand, but please limit your questions to
And that's why I
the
want to ask
contents of the
sana yung
affidavit.
complainant
Contents of the
as
silence.
to his allegation, because it was pointed out that the Salden was only part of a broader allegations of unexplained wealth. But as correctly pointed out by Mr. Marcoleta or Congressman Marcoleta, those Salden that was or that we want to specifically pinpoint that have material misdeclaration or untruthful declaration was never attached in the first place.
We are
in the
not
complaint.
yet on that, Honorable Garbin.
We
are
were
only on the
through,
existence of the SALENS.
we were already through on that. We already approved, voted on the ultimate facts and the sufficiency in substance. And the annexes provided in the complaint, Madam Chair. So what we have here is an improvement of the complaint, of the complainant's evidence. Tayo yung nagpo-produce ng ebidensya which is not supposed to be the case.
With all due respect, Honorable Garbin, the issuance of the subpoena is not for the purpose of adding, supplementing, or correcting whatever appears in the complaint. The purpose of the issuance of subpoena is to test whether the complaint is sufficient already for the existence of probable cause.
Going back to the complaint, as stated, this specific SALN were not attached. And when you say observance of procedural due process, ang tinatawag po doon, paano makakapagsagot yung isang respondent kung wala naman specific allegation doon sa mga iprinisintang SALN? We agree that we have compulsory processes to produce those documents relevant to this hearing, but the absence of giving opportunity to the respondent the right to be heard or to answer in those specific allegations. It's not even a specific allegation because it was part of a broader allegations of unexplained wealth. Ako po ay isang abogado bago mambabatas. Ako po ay dumaan din sa napakaraming preliminary investigation. And kung magpipresenta tayo dito ng dokumento na hindi natin bibigyan ng oportunidad yung inaakusahan dito, then where is the procedural due process? That's why I'm saying, are we
Honorable
improving
Garbin,
the complaint? Or
Honorable
it is
Garbin.
better left to the impeachment court to present all these documents so that the respondent will also have the right to confront those evidence presented against her and the right also to examine those specific SALN that allege misdeclarations of unexplained wealth.
Honorable Garbin, I just want to state for the record that since the start of the presentation of witnesses and evidence, we've been sending notices to the Vice President, to the respondent, and as a matter of fact, even after every resource person, we are calling the Vice President to check if she is present so we can cater the opportunity to be heard that you are mentioning. Honorable Garbin, in as far as due process is concerned, I honestly believe that this committee has been amply complying in providing the same to the respondent vice president. And let us all be reminded that this issue raised by the Honorable Garbin is already pending before the Supreme Court. So with the indulgence of the justice members, perhaps we should leave this to the judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court.
Sa isang banda pa po, yung isang manifestasyon ko na sinabi ko kay Chairperson Luistro na kailangan meron pong ma-secure na court order ang AMLC at ang Committee on Justice para po makapag-release ng mga bank transactions o ng mga bank records. Malinaw ko pong sinabi yun. Ngunit ang sinabi niya, that is a manifestation that does not require an answer. Pero kung sana inintindi niya na importante po talaga na makapag-secure ng court order bago nila buksan o ukilkilin ang mga bank transactions na ito. Sabi nga nila, bank transactions lang naman ang aming tinitignan eh. Hindi naman actual bank accounts. Tama bang argumento yun? Ang mga bank transactions, ang kahulugan ng bank transaction, ito yung pagpasok at paglabas ng mga kaperahan patungkol sa isang bank account.
Yun na yun.
Kaya ang bank transaction at ang bank records o ang bank account ay iisa lang. Hindi mo pwedeng paghiwalayin yun. They are essentially intertwined. Kaya hindi ko alam kung anong klaseng palusot po yun. Ang mga transaksyon ay hango sa bank accounts. Hindi po ba? Kaya kung sana'y tinimbang at sinuri ni Chairperson Luistro ang aking manifestasyon, eh di sana hindi sila naharap sa mahirap na kalagayan ngayon. Tulad ngayon na sinampahan sila ng demanda ni Attorney Manscarpio.
Yeah.
Kaya ako nga ay nagbigay ng babala nun. Dahil nakikita ko na may maaaring paglabag sa batas kung kanilang ipinagpatuloy ang gawaing iyon.
Let me state for the record that the committee have required the submission of AMLC records without a court order. And let me reiterate that under the Anti-Money Laundering Act of 2001, suspicious transaction reports and covert transaction reports are confidential and may only be disclosed upon order of a court. The House of Representatives Committee on Justice does not have the authority to direct the AMLC by issuing a legislative subpoena and consequently cannot bypass the probable cause requirement of the court. The report of suspicious transactions are meant to be used by the AMLC for analysis and its own determination of probable cause, where required by the judiciary. That's my manifestation, Madam Chair.
Thank you.
Madam Chair.